When doubt destroys what love built, a motivational story. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, lived a young woman named Sarah. Sarah was known for her beautiful singing voice that echoed with the purity of a mountain stream and the strength of an oak tree. Every evening after sunset, her voice would carry through the village, a melody of such enchanting sweetness that it melted the hearts of all who heard it. The villagers loved Sarah's singing. They would stand outside their homes, bathed in the soft glow of oil lamp, swaying gently and humming along to her songs. She performed in grand concert halls, the echoing applause of thousands of people washing over her. At first, it was just a whisper, a fleeting thought that questioned whether she was good enough to be away from home for so long. Then as time passed, the whispers grew louder, fueled by the pangs of homesickness and the pressure of constantly performing. Doubt painted pictures in her mind, showing her the smiling faces of the villagers, subtly suggesting that they missed her and were having fun without her. It made her question her decision to leave. Your voice, Sarah, is a gift. It's a bridge that connects hearts, a melody that heals souls. It doesn't belong confined to a single place. It's meant to resonate wherever there's a soul that needs to hear it. She met fellow musicians who became not just colleagues but dear friends. She realized that while her heart ached for her home and her old life, her soul yearned to explore the world, to touch lives with her music. "I want to sing," she declared, her voice ringing with conviction. "Not just sing, but pour my entire being into every note." Also, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed today's story. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. I want to honor where I began, the place that shaped me, and where I am, embracing the opportunities that have come my way. Sarah's story teaches us that success and happiness often lie on the other side of the challenges we shy away from. It's a reminder to embrace change, to trust in our abilities, and to never let doubt overshadow our brilliance. Just as Sarah found her strength in her music and her journey, we too can find ours in our passions, our dreams, and our stories. So when life takes you on unexpected turns, when doubt tries to dim your light, remember the song in your heart. Let it guide you, strengthen you, and remind you that the world is yours to explore, to conquer, and to make beautiful with your unique voice. The thought of letting doubt, fear, or homesickness hold her back was unbearable. She sang of her journey, her struggles, her triumphs, and her dreams. And in doing so, she inspired others to follow their own paths, to chase their dreams, no matter how daunting. The melody she had been playing was beautiful, but doubt had twisted it into a mournful tune. With tears brimming in her eyes, she poured her heart out to Old Man Theodore, sharing the doubts that had been plaguing her. She told him about the longing for her home, the fear that she wasn't good enough, and the torment of feeling torn between two worlds. Yet she never forgot her roots. Each time she returned to the village, her voice would once again fill the air, carrying with it the echoes of her journey. The villagers, now used to her sporadic returns, would gather around, listening intently, their faces illuminated by oil lamps, their eyes shining with pride and love for the girl who had left and returned with the music of the world in her voice. Suddenly, she felt a hand on her shoulder and turned to see Old Man Theodore, looking at her with concern. When Sarah finished, he pulled her into a warm hug, the wrinkles on his face crinkling as he smiled. "Oh, Sarah," he said, his voice filled with kindness and wisdom. "You have carried the weight of two worlds on your shoulders, the expectations of those who admire your talent and the pull of your own roots. It's no wonder you've felt overwhelmed." He stepped back, his eyes twinkling with the light of experience. "But remember, child, while it's important to honor our beginnings, we must also embrace the opportunities that come our way. The world is vast, and there's room for all of us to shine. Don't let doubt dim your light." In that moment, honesty flowed from him like a rushing stream. "Sarah," he said, his voice grave, "you are a phenomenal singer, a true prodigy. But lately, I've noticed a change in you, a shadow over your brilliant light." He paused, his gaze unwavering. "I want to know what's troubling you, my dear girl, because music is not just about hitting the right notes. It's about pouring your soul into every chord, every lyric, and I sense that something is preventing you from doing just that." Her voice, once known only to the villagers, now resonated in the ears of the elite, moving them to tears and thunderous applause. To them, her voice was more than just music. It was a nightly ritual that brought them joy and a sense of community. One day, a renowned music maestro happened to visit the village. Old Man Theodore, with his flowing white beard and twinkling eyes, was a legend in the world of music. He invited her to accompany him on a tour, promising to help her hone her natural talent and introduce her to the world. Overjoyed, Sarah couldn't wait to start this new chapter. She packed her belongings, bid farewell to the villagers who were both envious and excited for her, and set off with Old Man Theodore. He had traveled far and wide, discovering and mentoring many talented singers. As dusk settled and Sarah began her song, Old Man Theodore stepped out of his inn, drawn by the enchanting music. He stood there mesmerized, listening intently. When the song ended and the villagers burst into applause, he knew he had found a gem. The next day, Old Man Theodore approached Sarah with an offer that would change her life. As the weeks turned into months, Sarah blossomed under Theodore's guidance. But amidst all this success, doubt began to creep into Sarah's heart like a venomous snake. One evening, after a particularly grueling performance, Sarah found herself alone in a quiet room, her guitar resting on her lap. His words struck a chord within Sarah, resonating with the turmoil she had been hiding. Old Man Theodore listened patiently, his expressions softening with understanding. He took her hands in his grip firm yet gentle. Over the next few days, Sarah thought deeply about Theodore's words. One morning, Sarah called a meeting with Old Man Theodore. Her eyes shone with renewed determination, and that's exactly what she did. Her performances took on a new depth, a raw honesty that moved audiences to tears and standing ovations. Years went by. Sarah continued to travel, perform, and touch countless lives with her music. Moral of the story: sometimes the greatest battles are not against external enemies, but against the internal demons of doubt and fear. Now, little friends, it's time for bed. Have you learned a valuable lesson from today's story? Share with me in the comments section below.